Welcome in, everyone. It's time to talk some softball. This is our UWF softball preview. I'm here with Coach Ashliegh McLean to talk about the Argos and what we can expect this year. Coach, you guys are coming off another solid season last year in 2021. 30 wins. You got to the regional championship game. You're returning some good talent from that team, and we'll kind of talk about that part of it and then kind of what's new today as well. But I know you're excited to play because the offseason seems like it takes forever, and then all of a sudden it's here.
It does. I know that's what Teala Howard, who's about to be on here, and I were just talking about how many more practices we have. But we're super excited. You know, we have a tough schedule, and we get to play the defending national champs our second game of the year, and we get to host our first game, which we hardly ever do. So we're super excited about that and bringing out fans to the Fork, but we're ready to go.
I got to ask you that because it really is every year, and I know we've talked about this before on the show, and you really do like to test your team early, and you were telling me off camera, your dad's like, hey, wait a minute, this is a tough schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we want to make it back to the World Series, and that's our goal every year, and, you know, you got to play the best to be the best, so why not challenge ourselves and see what we have at the beginning of the year, because every team grows throughout the season, and you want to be the best in April and May, but right now we want to see what we have.
The conference is going to be interesting this year. You guys are picked to finish fourth. There are 4 teams that are all ranked to start the year. You guys are ranked 17th in the country, but you've got Valdosta in there, you've got AUM, you've got Huntsville. I mean, you kind of know the GSC is going to be difficult. Is this year maybe a little bit better as far as the top teams than it's been in a while?
I would say so. I mean, Valdosta obviously went to the World Series last year. AUM won conference. UAH is always talented. So our conference is one of the strongest in Division II, and we got some new coaches in our conference, and you know, they came from great programs, so I'm excited to see what everyone has this year and to compete and see where everyone's going to go.
Starts with pitching. You got some good ones coming back. That'll help a lot. And then are you bringing in some new potentially into the rotation?
We do. So we have Kelsey Sweat, Montana Young, who pitched a lot for us last year. And then we actually got a mid-year transfer, Jaya Prasad, who we're very excited about. And we have 2 freshmen, Haley and Booker. So we're excited to see what we have. We have a bigger pitching staff than we ever had. But again, it's always good because at the end of the year, you want your pitchers rested and ready to go.
I know hitting is, you know, can be up, it can be down. Last year, you guys set records for home runs. You had a lot of power in the lineup. What does this year look like from what you've seen in practice so far?
You know, I think we still have a lot of power. I think we're going to be a little bit faster this year, more speed. But again, we had a hitting day Saturday, and I think everybody on our lineup hit a home run that day. So I'm excited to see what we have and, you know, play some small ball and use our speed with it too.
So you guys are opening here. It's just a couple days away with Barry, and then you got the Gulf Shores tournament, which you play every year. You mentioned having that first game at home. That is a little bit unusual. And it's a great atmosphere at the Fork, and I know you love having the fans nice and close where you can hear every word they say.
Yeah, we're excited. You know, we hope we have a big crowd out that Thursday evening, and hopefully the rain stays away and it's not too cold. But we're super excited to open up at home and set the standard for the season, and then head on over to Gulf Shores to play some good teams.
Last thing for you, when you guys, you know, go to the board and write down or whatever, however you do it, your goals for the season, you know, what does that look like? Is it kind of the same every year? Or does that change a little bit depending?
It changes every year. Every team's different. So what our goal is, I mean, obviously your number one goal, like everyone's big picture, is to win a national championship, right? But you can still have a really successful year not making it there. So you have your little goals, and then you have your big goals that you want to reach, but every team's different, and no matter your standard in your program, you still have different kids coming through.
Well, Coach, good luck. We're looking forward to the season starting. And coming up next, we're going to bring in someone she's familiar with the camera. She loves it. She loves to talk on camera. Teala Howard's up next.
Real change occurs in that split second, a moment of connection among people.
With a common purpose,
a shared vision,
and a unified goal. What will you change?
What will change you? The University of West Florida. No limits.
What does Argo Spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
We always like to spend some time with one of the players, and Teala, we got a great one here. Teala Howard, third base maybe, you were just telling me, we're not quite sure, but yes, she is a senior. We've gotten to know and love you over the years, and started out. You've seen some great things with this program, from going to the World Series to competing year in and year out for conference championships. How does it feel to be heading into that senior season?
I'm super excited. I know this team is extremely talented this year, so I'm excited to see what all we can do. Knowing what it feels like to go to the World Series, I would love to feel that again and let other people feel that, have that feeling as well, because it's a great feeling.
It's tough because it's a game of failure. I mean, it is, I know a lot of people struggle with if I don't get on base every time or it doesn't go, perfectly every time. How difficult is that to kind of roll through that?
It's difficult, but then you just got to think of it as it's not an individual sport. You have to rely on your teammates to pick you up and be there for you, and just having that positive attitude and knowing that your team's going to be there for you really helps pick you up when you're down.
Now, you get on base in a variety of different ways. You can hit home runs, you can slap, you can bunt, you can do a little bit of everything. Let's talk about when you get on the bases. What's kind of the mindset that you have, because you're very aggressive, you've got the speed. Is it really, I'm just going to do what I want to do, or are you looking to take advantage of mistakes?
I kind of do both. I am always looking for the next bag, and if I can get an extra bag out of it, I really do try. I really push myself at practice as well, seeing what my limits are and knowing what I can do, so that when a game time comes, if I know I can do it, I'm going to do it.
And if you get thrown out, blame it on the third base coach and whoever's waving you around. You guys will start the season off here shortly, but you were telling me this is it, right? You're closing in for you, sir. Not just a senior season, but scheduled to graduate here in the summertime. Tell everybody what your major is and kind of what your plans are for when you're done.
Yes, sir. I'm a healthcare administration major. I don't know exactly what my plans are yet, but I hope to work in a hospital and work my way up through the management side, or like the business side of healthcare.
Are you aware at all of where you stand in any records with the programs, or does that just kind of,
No, sir. I try not to look at it.
We'll take care of that for you and kind of keep an eye on that for the season. They get started here shortly. Teala, thank you very much. And Coach McLean, thank you as well. Remember, GoArgos.com is always the spot. Get the latest look at the schedules. You can get scores and results. We've got live streams of the games there as well, plus live statistics. If you can't be there at the Fork, and we encourage you to get out to the Fork whenever these ladies are playing at home, but if you can't do that, GoArgos.com, always the place to be. And the ARGO Armada app on your devices as well will keep you up to date. We're looking forward to it. Another good run for UWF softball. We thank you for watching.